Look, you guys, there's this thing called this identity, and my number one thing that I want to do with you today is completely brainwash you. People that go around and go, oh, I got a job. You got a job? That's where your life sucks. This is my life. These are the people that I do life with. Could you imagine going home at the end of the day, a trash can, bringing your family's leftovers, exhausted because you have a job? Hey, I want to tell you guys something. So how do you guys learn? Visually? Visually? That's how I learn, visually, right? I'm gonna tell you guys something. In this next hour and a half, if you really, 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 truly wanna change your life, pay attention. There's this thing inside of you, right, where you kind of know who you are, right? And the results that you're getting in life, what you look like, who you see when you look in the mirror, the way your marriage is, better than most is garbage. It should be the best. Maybe being a parent, looking in the mirror, being proud of you, saying, hey man, I like me. By the way, I want everybody to pay attention. I know he's running back and forth. Don't get distracted. That's your mind. What your mind focuses on is the way your life goes. Dude, I see him running around. I don't give a shit. I'm focused. I know what I want. I'm in here to change your life. I don't care if you're above 50. I don't care if you're 30 to 40. I changed my life when I was 39. I've been through probably thousands of deaths in my life. You say, what's that mean? Total recreation. I just decided I don't like who I am, so I'm gonna change it. And what I need to do is I need to be around some new information, new people. Hey, you're a product of your environment, right? You guys all work in the same place, you guys all work in different places. Right, you guys need to become the leader. So today, even though this is about sales, this is about leadership. Because only the leader is going to lead someone to do any business with them. Does that make sense? Dude, you know what salespeople do? Beg. They beg, please do this. That's why when you're making the video, you're like, hey, lead them. Do listen to me. Do you know who you are? Do you know what you want? Do you know what you stand for? Do you know what your core values are? Are you proud of yourself? Is your mind in a good place? If it is, you just ripped that phone out, man. What's going on? How you doing? Hope you have the best day of your life. Look, dude, just want to tell you I'm the guy. I'm the guy, I got you for that thing. That's me. We're done. Whatever you need, I got you, dude. I'm gonna die with you. I got you. They need to know the most certain person wins. That's the game of sales. The most certain person dominates every time the most uncertain person. But the problem is you have this thing called an identity, right? And your identity is why people aren't selling enough, okay? And so my number one goal in here, like with you today, is to rebuild your identity, okay? Now, by the way, I want to ask a couple questions. Do you guys want to be the greatest example of human excellence on planet Earth? Okay, I'm going to ask that again. There's no like, yeah. It's like, listen, I want to tell you something. And by the way, I want you to understand, I'm going to tell little stories today, and then I'm going to tell you tactically how to change your life. Me and Evan came from the car business. I don't care what vehicle you're in. Every vehicle will pay you an unlimited amount of money if you become the world's best at it. Do you get it? So you got a buddy, he's like, dude, I got a job, man. He can pay you more than this. I got this guy. Hey, bro, you got to go there. You got to be the best too. So like, it ain't you switch and you get paid more. You become the best wherever you're at. You get paid all the dough. Okay, let's become the best at what we're doing. Top 1% in the world. That's the goal. That's what this is about. You didn't come down here to be number 2. You came down here to be number 1. In the automotive space, where Evan came from, we all got in the automotive industry when we were young. Why? Because they hired anybody that was breathing. Dude, I stuttered at 18. Some of you, you're not very good at speaking. I've heard some of you talk, and I was like, dude, you've been talking since you're 1. You're 35 years old. You're not that good at talking, okay? I'm just saying, wouldn't you agree we got to be a good speaker? Hey, I'm not saying you got to be on a stage with 10,000 people. By the way, when you say I'm nervous, you shouldn't get nervous if you're good at something. If you've trained and practiced something, you don't get nervous at it. This is what you guys do for a living. Nobody's performing in here today. All we are is we want to know who we are. That's it. I just want to know who you are. What do you got? What's your skill look like? Stop getting distracted. Are you ready to turn your annual income into your monthly income? If you want to make more money in 2025 than ever before, you want to recreate your life, you want to put a financial fence around your family, you're ready to change, you got to be like my boy Tommy here. He's training on the Elliott Training Academy. Listen, it takes a couple things. Number one, life coaching, leadership training. The quality of your life will always come down to the level of your leadership. So the life that you have now is because the leader that you are. It's time to change. If you're ready to change your life, download now. When I was 18 years old, I got in the car business. I was told a lie, and all you've been told a lie. Every one of you. By the way, if you're told a lie and you believe it, it's the truth. Am I right? Yep. How many of you have started making up stories in your head about what's possible?
I'm older. I can't have a six-pack anymore.
That's a lie. I know lots of people your age that have six-packs. That's a total lie. But you believe it, so it's the truth.
I have been married for 30 years. You know how it is.
I don't know how it is. I've been married 18 years. Me and my wife are on fire. We have sex every day. Life is great. I'm a good example of I love my marriage. I don't know how it is. I don't understand that. Someone told you, you know how it is. I don't hang out with people and go, you know how it is. I'm out.
Mindset, we're getting older.
No, I'm not. I'm getting younger, bro. Don't come around here with that shit. I'm getting younger. Look, you guys, there's this thing called this identity, and my number one thing that I want to do with you today is completely brainwash you. You say, well, I don't want to be brainwashed. No, dude, you need to wash your brain. There's some trash, there's some garbage. See, your mind, you're the gatekeeper to your mind. Your mind, you're the gatekeeper. Can any shit get into your mind without you letting it in there? Dude, I can be his best friend. I could be worth $1 billion. I don't control his mind. I can't say, bro, don't let that thought in there. He's got to say, nope, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. I don't listen to that crap. So you're the gatekeeper to your mind. What comes into your mind comes out of your mouth. Any of you in here that have anything coming out of your mouth that isn't motivating or empowering somebody or making someone want to do more, shame on you. You're not a leader. Today you're going to become one though. And by the way, I don't want you to become one because this is the leadership convention today, or this is a sales. I want to ask you, do you want to break the bloodline? See my hat? It says comeback kid. Okay? My parents, they're good at getting married, they're better at getting divorced. 8 marriages, each one of them. Every person my mom ever married, they're all dead. I don't know why. Just bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. My dad, he's a pushover, he's a coward. I love my dad. He's just a pushover. My dad would never stand up for anything. I don't know how you're raised. My mom left when I was 2. She's an alcoholic. She likes to drink her life away. I like to feel my pain, and I like to use it. It drives me. My whole family, they talk shit on everybody. They're negative. I don't like that. I don't like being a piece of trash. I want to motivate people. I want to build people up. I want to Now listen, is that who I was taught to be? No. That's who I became because I was like, dude, it doesn't feel right. I don't like who I am. And so I made a decision. I don't know how old you are. Hey, if you're in your 20s, you're lucky. Oh my God, you're lucky. If you're in your 30s, I was 39 years old and I realized I never had a good leader in my life. I'm gonna tell you guys, this ain't about making money. We're gonna make more money than you ever imagined. But who you become, the world's a mirror and it gives you back who you become. You wanna make all the money? You wanna secure all the deals? You wanna make people do business with you forever? You want them to pay you more money? Cool. You must become the greatest. You must embody human excellence. What does that mean? That means there's a lot of things, but you've got to be completely sold on who you want to be, your identity, okay? And I didn't know who I wanted to be. And then my wife checked the hell out of me one day. They always say there's 2 things that'll really wake you up. Number one, like losing a kid. Like who has kids in here? Could you imagine losing a kid? Oh my God. Oh my God. Like my whole life would shit. Imagine if you died and you came back to life. I got a buddy of mine, his daughter was 2 years old, fell in the pool. She was underwater for 2 hours, or for 2 minutes, I'm sorry, for 2 minutes, that would be crazy, 2 minutes. They pulled her out and she started crying and she came back to life. They watched on the camera, 2 minutes underwater. They pulled her back out. Craziest thing ever, she's 2 years old. They looked down the pool, her eyes were open and she's just laying there. And you got to realize these parents were they were good parents. You got to see how good of parents they are now. Baby came back to life, and I don't know if you believe in God or not, but I believe in God, okay? Two days later, she's in the bathtub, and she's like, Mom, I met my friend. I met my friend. You should meet my friend. And she's like, what does that mean? Yahweh. This is a 2-year-old baby. Jesus. What are you talking about? My buddy, my friend that I'm always with. Dude, parents, death, maybe going to prison. Anybody ever got close to going to jail before or been to jail? Anybody at all? It's scary as shit, isn't it? You're thinking about your kids. You're not a bad person. You're probably hanging out with the wrong people. And maybe you're trying to make some decisions on how to get through money and not do it right. I've been there. Dude, I said, I'm never making decisions based off money again. Oh my God, remember when you had your kids? Just listen to me for a minute. You had your kids and you're like, man, I promise you I'm gonna be the best parent in the world. Now you got kids and you're not. Remember when you got married? You're trying to prove to your wife every day, your girlfriend or boyfriend, they should be with you, but now it's just trash. Dude, listen, I don't want to be one of those people. So I decided when I was 39 years old, and I'm going to tell you why all this matters. It's called moral authority. When you have what everybody wants in the world, they'll listen to you. The greatest gift that I could ever give any of you in here, the greatest gift is the gift of not settling. It's to get pissed off. It's to stay stirred up. And it's to understand that everyone is watching you, and either you are going to be the example for all of them or you're not, and it's going to need to be someone else. So what's it going to be? People will choose their mentor over money. People come all around the world to try to want to work for us, and we're not even hiring. Why? Because they look up to us. They'll say, I'll work for you for free for years. We're not hiring. They just want to be around someone good. In a world where everybody betrays everybody, everybody backstabs everybody, nobody has any loyalty, right? Think about it right now. I'm just asking. If you're married, who's in a relationship or married? Raise your hand. Can I ask you a question? Do you want to show people what it's like to have a badass marriage or a badass relationship? Okay, are you showing them what it's like to have an average one or the best one on planet Earth? And don't lie. I want you to think. You don't have to answer it. I want them to see. I want your clients to see. Listen, so I have the team, right? My team, I got 100 guys on our team. I want to inspire them to see what a great marriage looks like. But my clients, they also get to see how I am with my wife, how much I talk about her, how much I love her, how much I appreciate her. You say, Andy, what does that have to do with making money? Everything. Stop getting distracted. Are you ready to turn your annual income into your monthly income? If you want to make more money in 2025 than ever before, you want to recreate your life, you want to put a financial fence around your family, you're ready to change, you got to be like my boy Tommy here. He's training on the Elliott Training Academy. Listen, it takes a couple things. Number one, life coaching, leadership training. The quality of your life will always come down to the level of your leadership. So the life that you have now is because the leader that you are. It's time to change. If you're ready to change your life, download now. Remember, people buy two ways. One, logically. Do I like your product? Does it do X, Y, Z? Yes. Number two, do I like you? We dominate the industry by building an army and a team that we are liked more than anyone else. Does that make sense? You can be the most knowledgeable person in the world. You must be the most liked. Now, how are we going to become the most liked? We got to become the example. That's it. Follow me. This all leads to your mindset, which is the ultimate determining factor of everything. Some of you are in shape, some of you aren't. Some of you have great relationships, some of you don't. Some of you like who you are when you look in the mirror, some of you don't. Some of you are close to God, some of you aren't. Some of you are good parents, some of you aren't. Some of you know how to make money, some of you don't. Do we have to be one-dimensional? Does somebody have to go pick which one of these they want, or can we have them all? Have them all. You guys want to bankrupt the competition? Do you want to? You want no one to be able to tell you no ever again for the rest of your life? Here's what you have to do, okay? Number one, you can't be one-dimensional. Okay, what does that mean? That means this, we're going for it all. And I want to explain something to you. Your mindset, the reason why you have to build a new identity today. Your mind you came in here with, trash it. I don't want it. That mind you have now has given you the life that you have now. If you want more than you have now, something has to change, am I right? So I'm gonna give you the play. I always tell people like, dude, if you don't like what you're getting, you gotta run a new play. You know what the new play is? You gotta kill off the old you. You don't fix it, you kill it off. And you go to another level. That's what you do. And by the way, I'm an extremist. By the way, people that live in pockets of extreme win. You'll never get far without being extreme. If you compete with me and I'm extreme and you're not, I'm gonna kick your ass. You can go, I don't have to do that. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna take you out, I'm gonna crush you. I'm also gonna be like this for a very long time because I know the play, I know the game. Whoever cares about the client the most wins in every sale. Would you agree? If I'm talking to you, if I care about you more than you care about yourself, or whether you care about you more than I care about you, whoever shows they care the most about you, because you're the one, wins. My goal is when he's with me, I'm gonna make him feel more powerful, more important, more loved, more significant, that he matters than anyone else has ever made him feel. I'm gonna shower him with love. I'm gonna have certainty and dominance. Now follow me. My dominance isn't overpowering him that I own him. It's that he's got a powerful buddy. He's like, damn, I like this guy. Why? Because he's a leader. What is a leader? Step one, a leader is someone who self-leads. A leader isn't someone who's in charge of an organization. Leadership isn't a position. Leadership is a skill of influence. How well can you influence me? What are sales about? Influence. So step one today, all of our training, all of it is gonna come down to this. I want you to be better fathers, okay? You got a kid? Be the greatest example on planet Earth for that kid. When you go to work, and by the way, I'm gonna give you a fallacy we're gonna fix. You guys are gonna work your whole life. The more you understand that this isn't a job, this isn't a job, this ain't a job, this ain't a job, this ain't a job. It's not a job. It's never a job. It's your life. And the more you understand that this is your life, so you got to become the best at it, the more you'll understand that your life's going to get better when you love your job because it is your life. People that go around and go,
Oh, I got a job.
you got a job? That's where your life sucks. This is my life. These are the people that I do life with. Could you imagine going home at the end of the day, a trash can, bringing your family's leftovers, exhausted because you have a job? I don't want a job. People burn out with jobs. I want a life. You guys got a really good company. The company doesn't need to change. We need to change how we go back to the company. You guys don't need another job. You need to go back and change how you're doing your job. You don't need a different life. You need to change the way you're living life. This is the hack. I'm very good at sales. I got word tracks for days. I can close anyone. This shit right here, I've decided who I want to be and who I don't want to be. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. I don't want to be my dad. I don't want to be my mom. I'm not running towards a life I want. I'm running from a life that I hated. You got to decide in here, what motivates you? For me to walk up and give you flattery? Hey, good job. You're amazing. You've been doing a really good job. Does that make you want to go kick ass? Or what about me walking up to you and saying, hey, you're not going to make it. Nobody believes in you. You're a loser. Okay, all right, I'll show you who's the loser. That's the way that I operate. You got to know you, okay? Because I don't need a pat on the back. I don't want one. You know what I want? Matter of fact, I'd rather have food that fuels me like someone say I'm not gonna do it. Tell me I'm not gonna do it, I'll rip your throat out. You guys gotta know how you operate. How do you operate? By flattery or by somebody telling you can't do it? Cool. You ever had somebody tell you that, something really mean that was hurtful? Do you remember it? Do you know what it was? Can you think, if I was like, think of one person in your life that said something at some point that really pissed you off. I'd write it down. I would say, quote, this is what they said underneath, Dad. And I would look at that. And every time that you want to slow down, every time you don't want to wake up at 5 a.m., every time you don't want to give a customer your best, every time that you're thinking about I'm getting tired, every time that you know that he's holding his breath, right, for you to show him that that's really who you are, he's gonna have to suffocate. Why? Because you'll reach into that little baggie. It's called a chip on the shoulder. You guys know what a chip on the shoulder is. And you stay stirred up. Now, I want to tell you something. Look, once you know who you are, you can operate in many different states, okay? If I motivate my team, I can stay in this state. If I'm with someone over here who's kind of low key, I can stay in this state. But ultimately, the state that I have, I'm gonna push that state into the person that I'm with. And if I want them in a buying state, I've got to be in a buying state. If I want them in a good mood, I got to be in a good mood. If I want them to feel good about this thing, then I got to feel good about this thing. If I want them to choose me, I've got to choose me. Dude, when I talk to you, I'm so sold on me and this and us, there is nothing else. Dude, you would feel like you're betraying yourself making a decision with someone else, even if it was for less money. You would choose to pay more money with me because of the way that you feel about us. Does that make sense? What is that called? By the way, I was told you guys want to be really good and want to be the best. That's what he told me. He goes, they want to be the best. Okay, cool. Here we go. Moral authority. When you walk into the room, I don't care if it's a trade show. I don't care if you're shaking someone's hands in a business. I don't care if you're with someone on the phone. I want to ask you one question. By the way they talk to you, do they want to be you? Everybody needs a mentor. Everybody's looking for someone to look up to. Why not you guys? You want to really own them? You want to really get their attention? You want to really lock them down as a client for life? Here's the play. And by the way, we all together just make a decision right now. All right, what's the play? Well, number one, we got to get it all because everyone else isn't. So from now on, number one, step one, you got to like you. Your identity, you got to like you. And I'm going to tell all of you right now, if we want to make more money, we want to sell more, if we do, there's the beginning of each day before the sun comes up in most cases that you dedicate 4% to 6% of your day to taking care of yourself. Listen to me, 4%, that's 1 hour. 6%, hour and a half. Now, I'm gonna tell you a lot of reasons why. Number one, you can't love no one else if you don't love you, am I right? Tell me you're gonna go shower your customers with love. Bullshit. Bullshit. You don't like you can't do it. Hey, whose job is it to bring special energy and good stuff to our family? Our job. Could you imagine going home and your wife saying, oh man, the neighbor motivated me today? What? What do you mean? Could you imagine going and your kids over at someone else's house and goes, hey dad, yeah, you know Jake's dad? Oh man, he's really been teaching us a lot about stuff. Then that's my job. But you ain't doing it. Do you get it? Wake your asses up. Hey guys, looks like you made it to the end of the video. You're the true 0.0001%ers. Look, I know 1%ers that can make it halfway through the video, but making it all the way through, you guys are the best. Now, here's what I'd like to do. Number one, I want to get closer to you. The fact that you made it all the way through the video, you're like, man, dude, I want to roll with this guy. Okay, so I need to connect with you. Down below, there's a description box on this YouTube video. There's a link. It says Coach with Me one-on-one, okay? If you'll go and you'll enter your information, I'll reach out to you in the next 24 hours. You can tell me what you need help with, what your goals are, and we will crush it together. I would love to help you guys go to the next level in life. You can tell I'm changing my life really fast, and I know that you guys want the same thing. I'd love to go with you on that journey. So right now, if you'd like to partner with me, team with me, if you want me to help coach you and push you, everybody needs a coach, a higher level of accountability to go to the next level. Go to the description box below, click on the link, fill out your information. I'll talk to you in the next 24 hours. Let's kill it.